How's it going, guys? Welcome back to White Belt Bowling. We're at K&K Bowling Services inside the Orleans Bowling Center in Las Vegas, Nevada to bring you a review of the Rattler NU. This is going to be the third piece to the Rattler line in the Radical lineup after the original Rattler and the Deadly Rattler. In the original Rattler, you had a solid cover stock finished at a 4,000 grit that was designed to rival the Venom Shock from Motive. In the Deadly Rattler, you got the same low RG, low differential core, but now you had an HK22 pearl cover stock. Now Radical has taken that low RG, low differential core and placed it in a not urethane cover stock. This is the same cover stock from the new blue hammer. The NU cover was designed to mimic urethane ball reaction while keeping a reactive shell. The new blue hammer was very comparable to the purple hammer in terms of overall strength, but it definitely was a little bit cleaner and a little bit sharper as reactive balls are. With this ball having that same cover stock, but having a lower RG core than the new blue hammer, I expect this ball to be a little bit earlier than that new blue hammer was. In this ball is the Rattler symmetrical core, which comes with an RG of 2.48 and a differential of 0.035. The low RG is designed to get the core to rev up quick, but the low differential is designed to keep the ball stable and not make it flare too much. For comparison, the new blue hammer's LED core had a much higher RG at 2.586 and a slightly lower differential at 0.027. With the core being so tall in its weight distribution, the core did take a long time to rev up. And that was by design. The core was designed to store energy a little bit more for those urethane balls. Wrapped around that core is the not urethane cover stock finished at 500 1000 C air. The very aggressive dull finish is going to get this ball to read the front part and middle part of the lane while controlling down lane motion. I never drilled a new blue hammer for myself, so this is going to be my first NU ball. I love throwing my purple hammer at every tournament I get the opportunity to, so I'm really hoping that this ball is going to pair great with it. Because of its design intent, I'm really thinking that this ball is going to shine on the sports shot, but I'll be excited to see what it does on the house shot as well. Speaking of which, I'm going to be doing this review on two lane patterns today. On the right lane, I'll have the typical Orleans house shot, and on the left lane, I'll have a high-level sports shot, Highway to Hell version 2. Let's see what this ball does. Recapping the Rattler NU, this ball is definitely unique. This ball picks up a lot of traction in the mid part of the lane, but it doesn't shy away from continuing down lane. I felt like I could move much further left than I would with my typical urethane balls, and I could even keep my speed up as I moved left. Starting with the house shot, this ball should not go anywhere near first arrow on your typical house shot. But as I moved far enough left to where I saw some oil in the heads, what this ball looked like to me was reactive in the first part of the lane, meaning it was clean and storing energy. But once it got to that halfway point where the ball started to see traction, it created a very urethane-like motion. This ball never over-responded to friction, but it always had a consistent, smooth arc. For those two-handed bowlers and high-rev bowlers that are just looking for something to control their house shot, but hate when their teammates and opponents get mad at them for league for using a urethane ball, this is going to be a great go-to ball. I don't see myself being rev dominant enough to use this in league very often, but on the flip side of that, moving over to the sports shot, this is going to be a go-to ball in my bag to pair with the max bias and my purple hammer. I will say I wasn't throwing the best shots while I was out there today, but once I got out of my own head and stopped overthrowing the ball, this ball gave me a very predictable read, even on the hard sport shot. This ball is definitely stronger than my purple hammer, much earlier to rev up and sees friction a little bit quicker. But this is going to be a perfect bridge ball for when I'm not quite ready to get out of that urethane look, but my purple hammer look is starting to go away, and I'm not quite ready to get into something like the max bias that's going to give me much more down lane motion. On any regular sports shot tournament, this is going to be a great probably game 2 or 3 ball when urethane is starting to go away, but I'm not quite ready to get into the reactive stuff. I think this is also going to be a great urethane ball replacement for the lower rev bowlers who have trouble getting urethane to face up the right way. With this ball being stronger down lane than a urethane ball, this is going to pick up where a urethane ball may slide through it. I feel that rev balanced players are going to see a very consistent motion, something that is going to be a perfect bridge between urethane and reactive, or something that can take the place of urethane when urethane doesn't look good at all. For the rev dominant bowlers, I feel like this is going to be a go-to ball for sports shot and house shot alike. This ball doesn't seem to see the cliff as much as other balls do on a house shot, and this ball corners a lot harder than your typical urethane ball on a sports shot. I feel like rev dominant bowlers are going to be able to move further left, get into this ball after the urethane ball, and still have that same consistent read. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I want to thank lAmBowling, Turbo Grips, Genesis Bowling, and Radical Bowling with the brands of Brunswick for all of their support. If you like the jersey I was wearing in today's video, make sure to check out lAmBowling.com and use my coupon code WHITEBELT at checkout for 20% off your entire order. I'd also like to give a huge thanks to the Orleans Bowling Center for always allowing me to film my reviews here. And if you're ever in Las Vegas, make sure to check out K&K Bowling Services at the Orleans, Suncoast, Gold Coast, and Samstown Bowling Centers. I'll see you guys in the next one.